While at the Genocide Memorial, the French president spent more than an hour in the museum located there receiving explanations about the history of the genocide that was perpetrated against the Tutsi in Rwanda before going to pay his respects at the graves of the victims buried there. He then publicly acknowledged his country's role in the terrible tragedy that befell Rwandans.
Depuis 27 années de distance amère se sont écoulées.
27 years after a long distance covered, 27 years of a lack of cooperation, 27 years of reconciliation efforts that failed, 27 years of agony towards genocide survivors because of those who tried to negate that history. Today I stand here in humility to admit the gravity of our responsibility. We must also continue efforts to uncover the truth through the work of historical researchers.
Que seule permet la rigueur du travail, de la recherche et des historiens.
President Macron also pointed out that only genocide survivors can forgive anyone who played a role in the history that led Rwanda to the genocide against the Tutsi and to perpetrators alike, and that all genocide suspects must face justice for what they did.
Reconnaître ce passé, c'est aussi et surtout poursuivre l'œuvre de justice.
Acknowledging that past is pursuing justice by ensuring that anyone suspected of genocide crimes is brought to book. That is our responsibility, and it is useful to us because it is a debt we owe the victims that were killed after remaining quiet for so long, and a gift we offer the survivors in an effort to ease their pain, if they let us. Only those who endure that darkness can give the blessing of pardoning us.
Le don, alors, de nous pardonner.
The French president's words were followed closely.
Had he
said that he is apologizing in the name of France, certain people would have attacked him claiming that he had done the unthinkable. He chose his words wisely when asking for pardon, and it does not surprise me because he is always careful about what he says. I doubt I would have said it differently had I been standing in his shoes. The fact that he came here and paid his respects at the graves of the genocide victims and said something in our presence is a step taken in our eyes. Every time someone says the truth about what happened, it relieves us. We had asked especially that those genocide suspects living in France freely be brought to book, and he was clear in saying that they will not be allowed to get away with what they did. That is an important issue for us, and we were touched. His actions were also praised by President Paul Kagame.
The President has just made an important statement at the Kigali Genocide Memorial. This was a powerful speech with a special meaning for what is taking place now and which will resonate well beyond Rwanda. His words were something more valuable than an apology. They were the truth. Speaking the truth is risky, but you do it because it is right. Even when it costs you something, even when it is unpopular.
His Excellency Emmanuel Macron becomes the first French president to publicly admit his country's role in the history of Rwanda that led up to the genocide that was perpetrated against the Tutsi.